Welcome to Out of Frame Podcast, a first digital art show of its kind in this region. Here we're going to bring artists, art curators, influential people within the art industry to share their insights, give us advice. My goal and my promise is that we're going to support local artists, help build a platform from them, and let's grow together. So please stay tuned because exciting things are coming your way. Welcome to a new episode of Out of Frame Podcast. It's our second episode by the name Art in Every Stay. The name here is not by accident because in front of me is Sara, who is an amazing art manager from the hotel Indigo. Sara, welcome to the episode. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. Thank you for inviting me. I'm a very shy person, so I will pretend I'm perfectly fine here.
Nobody would know. Nobody would know, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody would know if you don't say it.
Hope so, yeah.
Welcome,
Thank
super.
you.
You know, before we start, I want to learn about your story. Like, I know that you came from Rome, which is super cool. I want to start with some fire questions for you, if you're ready.
Yes.
Yes,
I
all
am.
right, all right.
Let's see.
First one, just to trigger all the Italians, is it pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Pasta.
Pasta. Carbonara.
Oh, wow.
No
This
doubt.
was easy.
Yeah, it was so easy. Yeah.
Okay, then what if we say pizza in Dubai? No, sorry, pasta in Dubai or pizza in Rome?
Pizza and pasta in Italy.
All in Italy, yeah?
I tried pizza once here in Dubai. Actually, it was nice, but yeah, I would keep choosing the.
Where did you
Italian.
go? To which restaurant?
No, I order. Actually,
you ordered, yeah?
From Vera Napoli.
Napoli.
We tried with my boyfriend when he came to visit me here.
I see.
It was nice, but still can't compare.
Okay, then just a second rapid question. It's the best Italian restaurant in Dubai. You have already have some.
We went to a restaurant that was actually very good, Roberto's. In I can't remember the exact place and location here in Dubai. It was so nice. It was close to our food.
I see. It was
yeah.
closed.
Yeah,
All right. So my next fire question for you is actually Rome or Dubai?
Rome.
Rome, yeah.
Still Rome, yeah.
Yes, but you're fresh. You're fresh in Dubai. You know,
Yes.
4 months now, right?
Yes, 4 months, 5 months, I think. So yeah, I joined the Indigo gang at the end of March. So I recently moved to Dubai. I'm still missing home, let's say.
Yeah, I can imagine. But there's like nice things in Dubai to keep you occupied when you feel alone, you know, like
Yes,
or
yes.
homesick.
I think so.
All
Yeah.
right. Next one. Best gallery in Dubai. So far, what you've seen, best gallery in Dubai.
Best gallery in Dubai, Double J Collective in D3.
All right.
They're now friends. They were the first that I met when I moved because my general manager, Laura, talked about them in a very nice and positive manner. And I went to visit them, and now, I consider them friends now, yeah.
I see.
They have a really high quality works and crafted design pieces. I really encourage everyone to go visit them. Because
I didn't visit, actually.
Yeah, you should.
All right.
Yeah.
We should arrange some coffee there for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Then it's actually, I have another question. Best hotel in Dubai?
This is an easy one.
Yes, I put you.
I think Hotel Indigo, but not because I'm working there at the moment, but because of the team and the people that work there. Because I think the greatest investment that you can do in your as a general manager or as a leader is to invest on people, on the right people, and behind Hotel Indigo as an hotel providing services, hospitality. There's an amazing team working tirelessly. So they were amazing with me when I moved and I was alone here in Dubai. So yeah, I think I would choose them.
Indigo Hotel, yeah. You know, when you say about service, it's not directly related, but just yesterday I had a short conversation with a person who was a vice president of Siemens, you know, like a big technological company, Siemens.
Course.
And he told me, like, you know, your product or whatever you're selling, you're offering, it can have so many issues, like a lot of bugs. It can, anyways, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. But what is important, if you provide quality service, people will love you. You know, like it's all about creating a right team who is going to provide correct service, and then people will love you and continue coming to you and call you.
100%.
You feel it as well?
Yes. It's my first time in hospitality because I've been mainly working for institutions, in art galleries, in an auction house. So it was the first time for me as well. But I saw the effort behind and the amazing team that Laura, the general manager, and the owners built in these 4 years. So yeah.
Understood.
I think so.
Before we go, I really want to hear about your experience before Indigo as well. But I want to start. Who was Sara in high school, actually? Yes, when you were like 14, 15. Who were you?
Yeah.
Were you back then also into art already?
Yes. I had this passion for art, but I didn't want to do that as a professional, as a job yet. So I loved to go around and visit museums, galleries, with my best friend. She's now still my best friend.
Oh wow!
But then I decided to do that as a job, to convert this passion into a job much later. I think when I was 19, 20. Yeah,
before
when I
that,
started.
okay. So this was kind of a hobby.
Yeah, it was like a hobby for me. Yeah.
But then, what was your what did you think you were gonna do when you were like grown up?
I didn't have plans for that. I just wanted to explore and do something that I really liked. So the hope was to convert my passion into a job, but I was not sure that this was the.
Understood.
Yeah.
When we let's talk. If you talk about subjects in school, for example, like okay, art probably was something you liked.
Yeah.
Something else like math, for example. History, yeah.
And philosophy.
Philosophy.
History, all the humanistic subjects. Yeah.
So it's really true, yeah. When people like are more on the creative side.
I think so. Yeah, I was so bad at math. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. But you went in Rome.
Yes.
To school, yeah, and then university
in Rome as well.
What did you study?
At Tor Vergata University, that was close by my home. It's a very nice and small university still compared to Sapienza, which is the most famous one in Rome, but one of the biggest in Europe as well. And I preferred to continue studying near home because it was easier to reach by bus. And I had the amazing three years there, and then with the master, and then I also attended some parallel courses there. So it was like a second home during these years I've been studying in Rome.
So it's 3 years plus you did masters as well.
Master,
then,
yeah.
So how long did it take for all of this?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you, I was studying as well for I think 5 years or 4 years. I think 4 years. 2 colleges, I didn't finish none. I dropped out of both of them.
Yes.
So I don't know, how did you feel after like 5 years? You felt good or?
Yes. I felt like I ended a chapter, put the dot at the end of a chapter of my life, and I was ready to begin it.
What was the major? What was the major on the
I graduated in cultural heritage, majoring in modern art. And then art history in general, from the late antiquity to the present to contemporary art.
Cultural heritage, yeah. What is it? What is that about?
It's about archaeology, art, and all related fields. So we basically start from the late antiquity, and then we focus on all the main art history periods and movements until the contemporary art till nowadays, actually.
Where then maybe the most influence came from? Which part of the world most influence in art came from? Do you know?
You mean in general in art?
Yeah.
I think from Italy.
From Italy, yeah?
Yeah, I think from Italy.
Yeah. Okay,
because it was very florid civilization, active in all the centuries, and yeah, I think so.
Where did you find yourself? What type of art do you love? Like, what is your
Baroque.
Baroque? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
yourself, do you
17th
also
century.
draw maybe or like
No.
paint or something? No.
No. I ate all this type of collateral things that people think that you're good at if you study art, but no.
No,
No. I'm like a disaster. So yeah.
I see. I'm not
I
better.
really admire people that can draw and have this natural talent in their life to. Yeah.
I see. Imagine. You know, I gave a short introduction about you, but how would you represent yourself? Like, you're right now an art manager at Indigo Hotel, but how would you represent if somebody asks, Sara, who are you?
I don't know. This is a very hard question.
I know.
I do prefer to describe myself as an honest and good person, not as a manager, because the title, the type of profession doesn't define who you are, I think. I am one of the workers and professionals here in Dubai who sacrificed family and friends for a certain period to grow professionally, but I wouldn't put my manager qualification first if I describe myself. Yeah.
I see. So your family now is in Italy, right?
Yes.
Okay. It was a difficult choice for you to come here. Yeah.
It was, because I really didn't expect it to be given this amazing opportunity here in Dubai. And actually I had other plans with my boyfriend. We were looking for a home. So we were thinking of building our life together, and then I had to tell him, look, I got the job, I had to move. What we're gonna do now? So it was very difficult at the very beginning, but then we somehow I'm very lucky because I'm surrounded by very supportive people. So they encouraged me, and they knew that it was the greatest opportunity I could ever have. So I ended up here.
Super cool. You know, thank you for sharing this. Yes, you know, I think Dubai is full of people like this. Like, you really come here for opportunities, and a lot of times, you have to kind of put on pause your like friends and family because of that.
Because it's worth, I think.
Yeah.
Somehow it's worth to give it a try and see where this leads you to. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you like books? You read some books?
Yeah.
What do you like in books?
I do love novels and books about politics as well.
Really?
Yeah, but I can't read them in English. It's too tiring, so I do prefer to read them in Italian because they very heavy content. So
I see. I recently finished a book. It's called Atlas Shrugged. I don't know if you know this book.
No.
It's kind of, it talks about like a little bit of some would call it like Bible of capitalism, actually, because it describes just like a development of entrepreneurs and people who are trying to build something, and the way that socialist society is pulling them. And anyways, it's a complex story. But what is the kind of the point that I took from the book is that sometimes in life, it's really the best that you be selfish. We can quote it like that. And actually, the end result for the world, for your family, for your friends, comes when you become a little bit selfish. Like, you decide to do something for you, and after like a certain period of time, it actually, the result is beneficial for you, beneficial for your friends, for your family, for the whole world around you. So I just want to say that I completely agree with you and with your choice right now. Yeah. What do you think about this? You think you agree, or you don't see it?
Yes, I think I partially agree. I think that I've been selfish somehow because I sacrificed what I had there. So my life, my habits, also my life with another person.
Yeah.
But I am a very ambitious person, and I really wanted to prove myself I could do that. So this was also an opportunity to prove myself that I could do something different and completely new all alone here in another country. Yes,
You're already doing it. We actually did a project together,
Yes,
kind of collaborated
we
on the
did.
project just a few days ago in Indigo Hotel. It was an amazing actually concept. The first time I saw it, I've heard about it, so we did. And what? We did exhibitions inside
Yeah.
hotel rooms.
Yes.
It was like five rooms total, right?
Yes, on the third floor of the hotel, we opened
Yeah.
these 5 rooms, and
Yeah.
we hosted different artists inside each. So the name of the project was Visions Unlocked, Art Beyond the Gallery, because the idea behind the project was that of making art more and more accessible to everyone. I don't want art to be still considered as something reserved to an elite of people, but open to everyone. And I really wanted to bring something new and an out-of-the-box project for Indigo that was never tried and hosted before. So I think it had a great turnout, but I'm not the one that have to say that.
It was super cool, really. You know, I was super busy. I came just for one day out of it was 3 days total, right?
Yes.
And when I came, when I saw all the rooms, all the setup, it was amazing. I was like, I cannot stay the other day and the day after. And I invited a lot of people to come.
Yes.
And then I was like, I could invite 200 more people because I want everyone to see what you did. It was super
Yes,
cool. Like
yes,
each
yes.
room was kind of a new world of an artist, right?
Yes,
They
I
kind
really
of-
wanted to also represent different art fields, you know. That's why I invited Nuran working with design, Hisense Studio, Dana with ceramics, and Bhupendra with photography, and then Skaya Art, with which we collaborated together for Anna and Leonardo's projects. So I think the idea was great. I wasn't sure if it would have worked, but I think it did.
How did for example, general manager react? Like they were happy with the
She
result?
was super happy.
Yeah.
I showed her around on the Saturday, on the closing day, and she was super happy about the choice of the artist and the concept behind this exhibition. She always likes these out of the box projects, unique projects that you can't find elsewhere. And actually, it was the first time in Dubai for a project like this. So it was risky, but I think she liked it, and it had a great turnout. Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah. I just for this little bit of us talking, I think you're gonna do much more of this, like out of the box,
Yes,
surprising projects.
I
You
have a
already
lot-
have something in mind?
Yes, I have a lot of ideas. I want to give some space to designers here in Dubai. So maybe an exhibition, a fair, still don't know, working on that. And I'm planning a couple of art exhibitions that will be very, very interesting. One in October with Emanuele Dascagno. He's an artist, he's a fine artist, but he's now working with NFTs. So we will show some physical prints and some virtual works scattered all around the hotel.
I see, super
And then,
cool.
yes, a Japanese guy who's joining us in December. We gave an award during World Art Dubai because we are partners of this contemporary art fair. So we give the opportunity to one of the artists to join us for a temporary art exhibition. And I really can't wait to see his works again in the hotel, in the lobby.
Really
Yeah.
cool. Actually, I think your hotel, we can call him like residency for artists or like something like this, right? We could call him.
Yes, I think so. Even if the residency is more a prolonged stay there from. You need to have certain permits and
Right.
I don't know if it would work in our hotel because of the limited space that we have. But somehow all the projects are in line with our concept and vision, and they're of course approved by the general manager.
Yeah.
And in
I see.
line.
But as what I saw, for example, each floor on the hotel has a different artist who did something for the floor, right?
Yes.
I've met a architect who did, I think, 16th floor and he did like the whole walls. He did
Yes.
the whole design for that.
Yes.
This is super cool approach.
Yes.
But this was done before you came already. It was already that in the hotel.
It was done before I came by the creative team. Astrid, who was the art manager working there before me, she did an amazing job with the creative team. They commissioned specific projects for the hotel since pre-opening. So we have the digital canvas by Refik Anadol. That was the first one to be displayed in Middle East, his first public art in Middle East. And then we have these collections on the floor. So each collection tells a different story. Maybe the one that you mentioned is by Muhammad Al-Nasiri, who is a very talented architect on the 16th floor. And we have this project that was commissioned specifically for our hotel.
Yeah, it was super interesting. Like I was just walking in a hotel, speaking with some random person, and he told me, "Yeah, I just did like the whole 16th floor. It's all me." I was like, "Oh wow, super cool!" And he was just like really chill guy.
Yes,
it was super cool.
He was. Yeah, I invited him for the Visions Unlocked art event because I met him. He was the first one and the only one that I met from the creative team that contributed to what we see right now. And I decided to invite him for the Visions Unlocked art event. He's a very nice person and very talented architect. Yeah.
After you finished your studies, how did you find your first like occupation, first job, first thing to do? How did you do that? And what was it?
It was still when I was working, when I was studying, and it was an internship with Sala Uno Contemporary Art Center, which is a gallery in Rome working with emergent artists. So the director, she's American, and she's giving a lot of opportunities to young and talented people in Rome. And I was very lucky. I got the chance to work with her.
What was your role then?
I was still assisting the curatorial aspects of the exhibitions. So I just was trained to what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Yes, I really enjoyed the time there and the environment, all the people that I had the chance to meet there. And it was a 6 months internship, so it didn't last that long, but it was very helpful. And
after that?
After that, I started in the auction house. I've been working till this year. So for 2 years and a half in an auction house.
What was the name of the auction house?
Pirone Auction House. So yes.
It was auctioning what? Just art or?
Yes, art, antiques and art, meaning silvers, porcelain, furniture, paintings from the Renaissance till nowadays contemporary art.
I see. And I mean, what was most popular maybe for the auction house? What was the best thing to auction?
I think paintings.
Paintings
and silvers, and I really loved the time there, and it was so helpful to really understand what art history is. Not the one that is only written on in the books, but the real one, because all the works came from the apartments and private collections, so you really have the chance to run into a lot of different things and weird objects and from all over the world, and you don't know how they ended up there. So I was in charge of the catalog and the online timed auctions, expertise and research behind the objects and the items. So it was very interesting. And
I want to tell you, funnily enough, just like a few weeks ago, my father my grandfather gave him like some old clock, but like a huge clock for the wall. And he was like, "Why do you give me that?" Blah, blah, blah. And then he went actually to some spot. I didn't come with him, so I don't know exactly where. and they told him like, you have no idea what you have. So it's super cool. Maybe I should connect you and you can help us. Maybe,
yes.
I don't know,
will
give
have a look.
give some appraisal of the object, you know, because now we're curious. Like he was, let's just leave it there and forget.
Yes.
But maybe who knows what we have.
Yes, you never know
Yeah.
which type of object you're gonna study or discover how rare it is
Mm-hmm.
and how many pieces the artist did in his or her life.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting, and we used to work at the very high rhythms. We used to catalog like 800 objects per month. So and it was just me and my colleagues. So very small company, now growing and booming. But it was hard, of course, but it helped a lot. Yeah.
But a good learning experience then for you, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
I can imagine. Wow, super. What is actually you as an art curator like as well? What do you think? What would you like for people to know that maybe people don't know about art curators? Like, what is something in the sometimes myself, even though I work in art industry, myself I don't. I've never done a curation, and sometimes you think like, oh, it's super simple, super easy to do an art curation, but there's I think a lot of work that comes behind that.
Yeah.
What is something that is like would be surprising for people to know about art curation?
I think everything that seems so easy is so difficult, actually. Yeah? And the more easy it seems, the more difficult it is, actually. Because there's a long process behind the scenes, and it starts with people. Mm-hmm. So I think the main aspect that maybe people take for granted when they visit an exhibition or a curated project is how important are the people selected for this project, and how big is the effort behind each specific piece brought on display and curated. Because I think the relation with people is my favorite aspect, I'm interested more in what people have to say about their works than on the pieces themselves, because I think this is the part that is worth to be discovered and understood and unveiled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this takes time, yeah.
This takes time, and I see sometimes I see here also, not only here in Dubai but in general, some exhibitions and projects that are very well curated, but then I can't actually understand what's the reason why some of the artists were selected, because maybe they're not consistent with the whole project, the whole vision, and the professionals working on those projects don't know much about the people they've been working with. Mm-hmm. And I can get the point of working with someone that you don't know, that you're not even interested in knowing more as a person before that as an artist.
Then I have actually a question I didn't think before, but it just came now. You have, how can I say, a value of traditional art can often be found in, for example, how rare it is, maybe where it was exhibited. I don't know. Actually, can I ask you, how would you evaluate a physical piece of art? Just let's start there, and then I have a follow-up question.
Okay, so you mean in terms of price? Or?
In terms of price, yes. But really, like, what something as a collector would value? Why would somebody value the art piece? How do you have like a few? I think mathematically. So, like, how would you? Why would a collector need to value this art piece, for example?
I think the criteria I personally suggest and follow are: how big is it? Mm-hmm. From which period?
Mm-hmm. When you say how big, you mean physically big?
Physically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it counts.
Okay.
Of course. And then if the artist who made it, like for example a painting, is already on the market or is an emergent, because the value of the artwork changes. Mm-hmm. If you already, as an artist, you already been auctioned, or you're already on the market and you've been selling some pieces all around the world, of course, it makes the difference. If you're an emergent, you will struggle a little bit at the beginning, but then if you have a clear vision and a clear project, I think this will lead you to positive feedbacks and achievements. And then I think every collection should also be consistent and be somehow well conceived. All the pieces that a collector wants to buy should be carefully chosen and selected, because it doesn't make sense to collect one piece from contemporary art and then porcelain from the 18th century.
I see.
Yes, you can have an eclectic collection, but if you want to invest on your collection, it would be much easier, and it would make more sense to carefully select the pieces that will grow their value with time.
So what do you think is a good size collection? Like, how many pieces should a collector start with?
Depends on the budget you
on based on the budget. Okay, let's talk in levels then. Like, what is like some first level of budget you should have before you can start to think about being a collector?
Actually, everyone can be a collector, because
so
even
budget,
if you don't have much money to invest, but if you like some specific pieces, you want to invest some of your money into something very unique and special, you can do that. Everyone can be a collector. Of course, if you want to invest on what you have, this is different, because you have to consider investing like thousands or millions on some of the pieces. People that can afford millions of in a collection, of course, they carefully select 2-3 pieces per year or in 10 years. It depends on the interest and on the taste of the collector himself or herself. So
what then can a collector, like, how can a collector then grow his value of the collection? Can he somehow influence the value of collection? For example, he bought, I don't know, 3 pieces, for example. Is there a way for him to influence the value of it by maybe, I don't know, allowing it to be exhibited somewhere, or I don't know?
Of course, the more you exhibit the pieces that you had, the more you allow the value of them to grow. And if you, for example, decide to have a catalog of what you have, or to, for example, trace back where this piece come from, so trace back the pedigree that each specific work has, this could add value to, or you can authenticate your works,
Right.
and have a proof that each of them is by the
real thing.
It's a real, because
thing.
there's a lot of fake around. So.
Okay, so let's talk numbers. Just like from your experience, like, what is okay? Not just to be a collector, so I can call myself self-collector. How much money I should spend to be considered a real collector with some serious art?
And this is a very hard question. I think from 10 to 50,000.
It's a start,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
to
right.
start considering that more than a passion for
I see.
some objects or some paintings to be displayed at home.
Have you helped people create collections, or it's not something you do?
Yes, I've helped, and I'm now suggesting some friends or people that want some advice from me, but mainly for what concerns more than from the economical side. I would rather be more useful in suggesting the type of collection, the style, or the the idea behind what you want. So what's worth to be bought and what's not, because we're surrounded by very high level and high quality works, especially here in Dubai, but there are a lot that are not worth to be called art.
Would you then list some of digital artworks into a collector's collection, or no?
Yes.
You would keep it separate, or it would be part of one collection? Kind of how can I say? Would you, if a collector starts to collect a digital collection, digital art?
Yeah, why not?
Would it be a completely different story, completely different catalog, or it would be kind of part of the same thing?
It depends on what he or she had before. Of course, if you start with traditional art and you start collecting Renaissance paintings and then you switch to digital art, it would be
Strange,
a bit weird, but still, it depends on the taste of the person. If you wanna invest on digital art, I don't know. I think a specific project should be curated aside, so it would be something different, maybe. Yeah.
So, but you're not against collecting digital art? No.
Why
Okay.
not? We have to just embrace the change.
Yeah. I mean, there was so many like NFT projects which kind of put digital art on another the best reputation. But I think now it's like slightly separating, like just NFT projects and actual digital art.
Yeah.
Would you have like some artist or somebody who you think is valuable as a digital artist?
Yeah, of course. For example, the project I'm bringing to the hotel in October with Emanuele is something completely unique and new for an hotel, especially for an hotel for hospitality. But I somehow saw the potential in it. So that's why I said, let's do that and let's try and let's see how it goes. It's something risky because we'll select a certain number of people that will come with the visa to activate the surface of these prints that we will have. But I think it can work because you just have to explain and introduce the project to the people. What I noticed here in Dubai is that sometimes people visit and attend the exhibitions or the events, but they just take the pictures and leave without understanding anything about what they are looking at or the idea behind, or the people there explaining what they did. If you focus on introducing the project that you bring to people that not necessarily are into the art field, I think this is the key. Yeah.
Understood. Okay, I want to ask you then. So, okay, we kind of understood now how to evaluate traditional art, and then my follow-up is, how do we evaluate digital art? Is it the same principle or it's a little bit different?
It's a little bit different.
Just to give you my perspective so far, like how people actually, from my experience, exhibiting digital art, people just liked something eye-catching. And they don't care so much about the story behind, who made it, where it was exhibited, anything. They just care about, okay, it looks super cool, it's eye-catching, and that's it. This is what I think it's more expensive than something else. But you have some criteria maybe how to evaluate digital art.
Yes, I think again, it depends on the artist and the background of those working with digital art. I think everything in art begins with people who create and the creative minds, because if you really understand and deepen their ideas, their vision, their projects, I think everything is easier. Everything can be very nice and well displayed in a home or in a very huge apartment. But then if it doesn't tell the story, it depends on what you want. If you just want to put on display something that is high catchy, it's fine. As most of the things that I saw here in Dubai as well, because people have the money to afford them and they have the space to put them on display. But of course, it depends on what you want from your works to convey and tell about you.
I'm really curious about this because I'm trying to learn as much as I can, and for what I see, like prices for digital art like are higher. If, for example, an artist has a big following on social media, if like there's a community on Twitter or I don't know, if there are actually huge social media behind him, then the prices of this art will go up as well. Do you see a correlation between prices and actual following?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Is the same for traditional art as well?
This is something different because it depends if we're talking about paintings from the 15th or 16th century.
These guys don't have social media.
We can't. We can't. We can't compare. And I think everything is made and yes, everything is made in the auctions and is comes from there. Let's say. For what concerns the more contemporary art, the contemporary artist, it depends on the name and on the trend of the period, because there are trends even in 20th century artists, and it depends if they're big names or if they were recently rediscovered artists.
Yeah. Understood. All right. Even though you're not long for now in the hotel industry and combining art with hospitality, are there like I understand it's a completely new kind of concept, but for example, when I have people in the team, we kind of have our KPIs, like our goals. We somehow have to measure our success, like our work. Is there a like direct data that shows like if a hotel incorporates art, it's gonna have, I don't know, more bookings, more people staying, like, I don't know, more money spent in a restaurant? Are there some like actual numbers who support bringing art in the hotels, or it's like hotel is testing and they're open to test, or there are like actual
I think
data?
that I can't tell about numbers because I don't have that experience in hospitality. But what I am sure about is that all the artworks displayed in a home, in an hotel, in a corporate office, they have an impact on how people work, how people perceive the place in which they are staying, and on the memory that those people have, like guests or visitors of our hotel, for example. They remember the cozy vibes of Hotel Indigo, the relation with the neighborhood, with the city of Dubai. So it's more about brand positioning rather than numbers that can tell you exactly if you're doing well. But I think everything that you see on the walls, design pieces, even small objects all scattered around, have a huge impact on the memory that you will have of that place and how you perceive the space you're living in.
I see. This is a really good answer, actually. I like it. I like it really. Yeah. I missed one question. Okay, so we cannot directly measure this, but I would love to see this data. I think we should do some research and have some data back it up, because I'm sure as well, like for sure, and as well, like when I think about like hotels that I stayed in, like anything that is like architecturally different, or there was like unique, I don't know, so even a unique sofa there, you remember it.
Yeah.
Not an Indigo Hotel is a different level.
Yeah.
We did a small research actually where we kind of put people in an office, and then we played different types of artworks, and we saw how it affected their productivity, for example, if they felt more happier, depressed, or less productive, and so on. So it really can influence, especially for like corporate spaces. It can
a lot. It has a big influence on people, especially those living in those spaces every day, like employees or people that attend the same meetings or the same events regularly on a weekly or a monthly basis, but especially people that work in a office or in an hotel. They have this constant contact with things that surround them, and I think this has a huge impact not only on the way they on their productivity or the results in the office, but also on the way they perceive and the idea they have of coming and working there. So also the attitude that
Towards
they
work
have
and
towards work
workplace.
and the place. Yeah.
Cool. You know, now we are preparing an exhibition in New York. It's gonna be
Wow.
in November. It's
Amazing.
super cool.
Can I come?
Of course, and it's a cool concept. Actually, we just started. I will not share now about it. It's a long story. But what I want to say, since it's New York, and we are for now we have been operating only in Dubai. It's completely different story. We even think about opening different social media platforms, like profiles, one for Dubai, one for New York, because it's different things you can show,
Different
you can
markets
communicate,
in
different
general.
markets, completely different. You coming from Rome and now having to work in Dubai, not having to work, you work in Dubai. What is the difference? Yeah, what is different? Yeah, between Europe and Dubai.
Everything.
Everything, yeah?
Everything. It's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Rome and in general in Italy, unfortunately, and in Europe, art market is like stuck at the moment. So it's a shame that I come from a country that was the cradle of art and beauty for centuries, and I had to leave to go to a place that was built in 50 years.
Yeah.
That he's still building its own identity and finding out what's next. In the art market. Here everything is so quick. There are a lot of new ideas, passionate people that give what they have in mind a try to see if it works, and if it doesn't matter. They just tried, and I'm surrounded by those people. So it's also inspiring for someone that comes from Europe to be here, because you really have the feeling that everything here somehow works, and you can grow a lot, and you have a lot of chances and opportunities that unfortunately my country is not giving to me and to my colleagues, friends, and people there, unfortunately.
I from my point of view, I see countries the same like companies. Like countries are companies, similar, And I feel like Dubai is like a startup. It's just started, compared to Italy, who is like a conglomerate, like a huge old company.
Yeah.
So I think that's why maybe things change slower in Europe than in Dubai. Dubai is like startup, and in startup there is no way to know. You just have to test,
Yes,
see what works,
right.
and just
Totally
go.
agree. Yes, and Dubai is acting as a company because it's investing on people. They understood that the greatest investment that they can do is investing on people, because the product, the result, the numbers can change. But if you have the right people working for you, you already have what you need to grow.
Yeah.
So
going through your career, your like development, you have a lot more to go. You as an ambition person, I'm sure you're gonna reach the sky. What is? Do you have some mentors maybe along the way who really influenced the way that you approach your work, the way that you see life? Do you have some mentors from your life?
Some mentors. There were some people that I met along this journey into art that really helped me understand what I wanted and how did I want it. My colleagues from my previous company helped me a lot. One of them, she's older than me, and she taught me everything that I now know about this job in the auction house. And I met a lot of kind people, and I really think that kindness when you work with someone is the key to be remembered as not as a leader but as a good person, so you can grow. But if you had great examples and great colleagues to walk for along the way, these help you understand what you want from your future and for your professional growth as well. So I wouldn't say mentors, but important people of my professional and private life. Yeah.
I see. Cool. Your best friend, she's in art as well? Or?
No, she's not in art. She's not in art at the moment. She's in another field now. She's still exploring what she wants. But I have a lot of dear friends that one of my dearest friends is now finishing her PhD in Middle Ages art period. So she's focusing on some frescoes to be studied in Rome.
Cool.
And
Super
I
cool.
also love to be surrounded by people that are not in the art field, because it's so stimulating to just know more from each of them, but in a different way, you know.
I see. It was it easy for you then when you came to Dubai? Like you kind of already had the job, you had the people from but did you try to expand a little bit, how meet new people from art industry in Dubai? Like if yes, how did you do that? Okay,
Yes.
you met the guys from D3, but maybe some events you visited, or how did you?
Yes. I think mainly through the events I organized, I had the chance to be in touch with more and more people that are now considered somehow friends. For example, the girl that I invited with the gallery with Double J Collective for the first Blank Canvas art event, which is a monthly art appointment I am organizing at the moment. Nada, she is now a friend, and also Annalise, the artist I invited on the second appointment and art event as well. It's very difficult to make some friends here in Dubai because everything is so quick and fast and people are so busy. This is something that I really feel is different from, for example, Rome and Italy. You have the feeling that life is slower, like time is.
I mean, we're neighbors over the sea. I'm from Croatia, so have you been to Croatia?
No, never.
No, you haven't
love
been.
To.
You should just swim over. You know, we are close. We are not so far, but it's the same feeling as well. Like you go there and you can breathe. It's easier
breathe.
flow. Yeah,
you are right. You can breathe. Here, you don't have time because if you breathe, you're missing something.
When you're coming to Dubai, like when I'm landing, I'm just like deep breath, and I'm not gonna exhale until I have to go and until I come back to Croatia. You know, it's really feeling like that.
Now
you know?
I'm flying 10 days to Italy, back to Italy.
You will, yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
next week. I really can't wait because I really miss, this feeling, and also to mentally have a break. To relax a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit before the season starts, because now season is
high
going to
season
start.
For hospitality.
Actually, you've never been here during high season.
Yes,
it's going to be crazy. It's going to be super crazy. Is there something else you would like to share? Maybe something I didn't ask you, but you really would like to share?
No, I think we've explored a little bit of everything that about my life here and what I want. Yes, I'm trying my best also to continue and to achieve one of my goals, that would be that of becoming an independent art advisor. I mentioned you earlier behind the scenes. This would be my greatest goal, to work as an independent art consultant and to be able to somehow balance my work and my life here with my life in Rome and in Italy, because I would love to travel, and I'm trying to find the right option to do both.
To do both, yeah. But actually, I think it's a good opportunity, especially for independent art consultants here in Dubai, because people started to invest. They're doing collections, but they need help, because I think collections are like living creatures. They need to be maintained, reinvested,
There's
shown.
a lot of potential here. There are a lot of people interested also in art that trust others to suggest them the right pieces, the right ideas. So I think this is the good place to be.
This is a place to be. Just to wrap up, I had a short helicopter ride over Dubai, and it was such an eye-opening experience, because you go up and you just see a lot of empty slots. Like there is not, when you're inside the city, you feel like there's so many buildings around you, everything is super busy, there's like so many people, it's already done, like Dubai is built. Then you go up and you see it's like just in the beginning,
Just
so
at the
opportunities
beginning.
is
It's
right
like a
here.
blank canvas. That's
Blank
the name
canvas,
of my event in the hotel, because of course blank canvas for
It's
the
gonna
event.
be in October or no?
It will be a monthly art event. So every month supporting a different emergent artist.
Okay.
So this is something different from the temporary art exhibitions,
Right.
because I wanted to give some space to emergent artists based here in Dubai. But I thought of this event as a blank canvas to allow everyone to paint its own story. And I think Dubai has still a lot of work to do and to build, and a lot of possibilities to offer from.
And you're here to help. You're here to help do it, yeah?
No, I'm trying my best. I
Yes,
wouldn't say I'm helping right now.
This is what we're trying to build here as well. Even though it's our second episode, we really want to help build community, bring along artists, art curators,
Amazing.
influential people from art industry. I want to continue follow your story as well.
Thank
I would love
you.
to have you back, like in a
Thank
few
you.
months. We can hear all about all the exhibitions and what is happening.
Thank you.
And yes, hopefully we can grow the community here together. Yeah.
Good luck.
Super. Thank you so much for coming.
No,
It was
thank you
super
for
pleasure
inviting
to-
me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Super
Thank
nice
you,
to talk
Max.
with you.